So if you're in the market to buy a home, one of the things that you may come across as you're looking online is different advertisements that are touting a 2-1 buy down. And I'm not a big fan of the 2-1 buy down, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. But however, I think it's important for you to have the information to know exactly what it is so that you can make an informed decision on whether or not that you feel that is something that is right for you in the purchase of your new home. And so a 2-1 buy down is really a temporary reduction in interest rate, but it does come with a cost. So the way it works is for the first year, your interest rate will be lowered by 2%. The second year, it will be lowered by 1%. And the third year and following, it will be raised to the normal or permanent interest rate. And so while that sounds good, and it is good, there's a cost associated with that, of course. And so dollar for dollar, penny for penny, whatever you're saving over the course of those 2 years in terms of a reduced mortgage payment based on the reduced interest cost will be added as a fee to you at closing. Now, in most cases, this can't be paid for by the buyer. It has to be paid for by the builder, the lender. And typically it's builders where we're seeing this more often, but I have seen some real estate agents that have talked their sellers into putting something like this out so it can make their home look more appealing because the interest rate is going to be lower for the first 2 years, 2% the first year, 1% the second year. So I prefer taking those same dollars if we're going to employ something like that and buying the interest rate down on a permanent basis as opposed to a step down for on a temporary basis. And so again, that's just my personal preference. I'm not a big fan of getting the pieces in the mail that say, hey, if you sign up with us, 3 months of this, and then it's going to jump up to our normal rate. I'd rather just go ahead and know what I'm going to have over the course of my tenure with that particular company. Now, again, that's my personal bias. And I acknowledge that you may have a different set of circumstances where you know you're only going to be in the home for a short period of time, and something like this may make a little bit more sense to you. So just wanted to make sure that you were aware of its existence and the way it works, because sometimes I think that it is presented in such a way to make it seem just a little bit more attractive than what it really is whenever you get down to the brass tacks. So